Yo, sub G's, welcome back to another analysis video, of course. So, basically, what we talked about in the previous video has literally happened today, and I took both the short and the long position as we talked about in the previous video. Claiming liquidity above this high, of course, and as we came back down below the point of control, I shorted the market, took most of the profits here, and had a little bit more one down, and just it was a banger trade, almost a 4-to-1 trade, and this one was also a 4-to-1 trade. Got stopped out and break even, of course, but I re-entered the position and took the profits at about this level. Of course, it was the point of control VWAP. I'll discuss it right now live. Okay, so what we talked about yesterday was obviously a claim of liquidity below this high and also this high. So basically, we had that wick up and just came back down and just had another wick up. I would have shorted this as well, as there was some CVD divergences. The stochastic was really bearish at a level, and we were not getting acceptance above the point of control. But overall, we were spot on with our analysis, shorting the top and longing the bottom, of course, shorting the swing failure, longing the swing failure, of course. We discussed in the previous video how this was a level for a bounce, as there is liquidity below this level, and we just tapped that level, just had a wick below it, as you can see over here. We just had a massive quick little surprising bounce and just came back down. Yeah, so I took profits over here, protecting position along the way, of course. Yeah, it was like my stop loss was about here, and took the profits at about this level, as it was point of control. If you take the fixed range volume profile, just go ahead and do that. The fixed range volume profile from this entire range. Yeah, I just basically took the profits at the point of control VWAP level, as it is often resistance. We had a quick move up, a wick on the 15 minute, a goofy wick on the 15 minute, and just came back down. I wasn't interested in long this again, as it was just a quick sharp move to the downside. But overall, the day has been a banger. Our strategy was spot on, and we'll also talk about the next possible scenarios that I see. Of course, right now we had another bounce to the upside, of course, and just roll back down. So we're going to talk about the possible trading scenarios for the next day, and also take a look at overall market structure. So what I can see already on the bigger time frame is that we do have some Elliott wave theory going on. So if you take a look at the 5 waves to the downside, this is the first wave, a second corrective wave, of course, and the third impulsive wave. Arguably, this one is the end of the third wave. So we need a fourth wave right now. We are currently in the fourth wave. Um, so there is liquidity above these highs still, and we could come back down for a fifth wave, of course. So is this just the fourth wave when we are coming down to form the fifth wave, claiming liquidity below this low? Possibly, but what trades I do see on the shorter time frames is obviously a liquidity grab above this high and also this high. So this high wasn't really claimed yesterday, but we did pick up this high and just came back down. So that was my trigger. Of course, the stop loss was about at this level, and the TP was about this level. Protecting position, of course, came back up to the 618 level, had some CVD divergences of the highs, and just was a good day, of course. So that's basically it. All we talked about in the previous video basically came into existence, and we are moving slightly downward. I won't be interested in long this, of course. I do think there is liquidity more beneath us, so we'll take a look at this level and take a look at the consolidation we formed there. But overall, could have a push to the upside, lemon liquidity above this high and this high. Only and only if we form a swing failure pattern, I will short it. And of course, These strategies are just spot on. The swing failure patterns, the volume breakouts, just it's just easy to trade them. As you can see, our entry price was right about 25,751. 25,751 is right about this level. So right after we had a swing failure, I just decided to long it with a with a stop loss, of course, below the wick. You don't want to just have a massive stop loss. You could just keep dropping down. But as we were having some acceptance above the lows, I just decided to long it. And also looking at the CVD divergence, of course, there was massive CVD divergence. We also predicted how this low and this low that would have been formed also would have CVD divergence, and also that literally came into existence. We had some beautiful CVD divergence, so that was basically a really good trade, a really good risk to reward, of course. Taking a look at the short trade, of course, we entered the short at about 26043, so right about this level, right about the point of control with this stop loss, of course, at this level. And just as we move into green, we just lower the stop loss. So we had quite a push down to the point of control again. Yeah, if we take this, yeah, of course, there was this high volume um candle, of course, that could have offered some support. So I just decided to close the position there, and it did also drop slightly lower and just had a pump up. I would have probably shorted this if I wasn't sleeping, but yeah, that's just how it goes. Right now, I'm obviously looking for a swing failure above this high for liquidity grab, and the final fourth corrective move if it wants to form it, or else we can just drop down to the 25,330 zone for a swing failure, of course, and then look for some other longing opportunities. But that's basically the analysis. We are in the fourth wave. If we take a look at the corrective ABC patterns, where are we in the market? So I take this as a third wave. Arguably, you could discuss. Okay, so if this is an ABC correction happening, where is the A move? So this is very hard to detect right now, to be honest. We could be in the fifth wave also. It could also be possible, but at the end of the day, there is an ABC correction. So I'm expecting a claim of liquidity or a drop. Also, you have to be extra cautious shorting these levels, as you have already claimed liquidity below these lows, so you could just have a blast up to this level and even higher. So just watch out for that. Use high stop losses if you're trading the swing filler, if you form it, of course. Right now we are just heading to the daily level from yesterday, of course. Just take a look at the one profile one last time. We got acceptance above the value area low also here, so this was a great trade, almost like a fourth one. I closed it at a fourth one, could have been like massive banger, of course. Moving on to the 5 minute time frame, he also just longed over here first, but just it kept dropping and just stopped me out at break even, of course. Long this level already, had stop loss at break even, came back down. I entered the position again, of course, right over this level. Had stop losses slightly above the wick, right over here, somewhere about here. So that was basically it. It did have more wiki upside action, but I just closed the majority of the trade at the fourth one position. That's basically all the analysis. Just watch out for a claim above this high and this high. It is slightly risky because you have claimed these lows, but just take a look for the swing failure pattern. Of course, CVD divergences from this high, possibly just take a look at that. Or if we just suddenly have a massive drop and we're looking to long this level for the massive bullish trade. That's basically it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.